Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us today for our webinar, Master Inventory Management with Scanco Procurement Automation. My name is Melissa Silverman, Scanco's Director of Marketing, and I'm delighted to kick things off for this great session. We're thrilled to bring you today's presentation, led by none other than Jody Patterson. Jody is one of our Scanco account managers, and she'll be sharing insights on how Scanco Procurement Automation product, our SPA product. Just a couple of quick notes before we begin. Feel free to use the chat box for any questions. We'll have time to address them for the Q&A at the end, and that this session is being recorded, so you'll have access to replay it after the webinar. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Jody to get us started. All right, Jody, take it away.
Thanks, Melissa. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to learn more about Scanco Procurement Automation. As Melissa said, I'm Jody Patterson. I'm an account manager here with Scanco. I've been with the organization for about 6 months now, but come from a background in the Sage ecosystem for 10 years working with a Sage 100 partner. In those 10 years, I found that my favorite clients were almost always manufacturers or distributors. I loved going on-site for plant tours and geeking out over the machinery, the racking systems, and the production lines. I feel I've really found my place now in the Scanco family, and I'm excited to provide an overview of Scanco Procurement Automation for you today. For today's agenda, we have about 20 minutes of content planned, in which we'll cover an introduction to Scanco, just an overview for those of you who are new to Scanco, to explain the solutions and services that we provide. Then we will get into some product discussion, starting with Scanco Procurement Automation, which I will most often refer to as SPA. I will outline the biggest inventory challenges that SPA solves and give you an overview of how SPA automates your procurement processes from purchase to payments. Then we will wrap up with how to get started with SPA and have about 5 minutes for some Q&A at the end. As Melissa mentioned, please post your questions in the chat as we go along. So starting with about Scanco, we've been a leading provider of supply chain automation software for almost 40 years. Over this time, our solutions have delivered superior efficiency and visibility for manufacturers and distributors worldwide. Born and raised in the Sage ecosystem, we've since branched into other ERP systems such as Acumatica and NetSuite, and also offer a fully packaged supply chain and order management system called Without Wire. Without Wire can be used standalone or integrated with any ERP solution. Because Without Wire lives outside of the ERP, we are not restricted by the rules and limitations of the ERP. So Without Wire can handle large transaction volumes with workflows tailored to your business. While our solutions like SPA and Without Wire help extend the functionality of your Sage ERP, if or when your business outgrows Sage 100, Scanco will be there with portable solutions to make the transition seamless for your users. I'll take just a moment here to note, Scanco is going through a complete rebranding in the next few months, so these product names are likely to change. Be sure to follow us on LinkedIn and you'll be among the first to know when the new brand name is announced. In addition to our software solutions, Scanco has a dedicated professional services team with the expertise to provide managed implementations, process reviews, and project planning. Our consultants take a measured approach to your project, documenting current processes and goals and a roadmap to get you there. We offer remote and on-site services and training tailored to fit your business needs. We also offer an online learning management system designed to supplement our one-on-one training with self-paced training modules, which can be useful for a refresher or for when you are onboarding new hires. Our consultants, developers, and trainers are based in North America, spread across the US. Over the past year, we've doubled our team and are still growing. We recently brought together a good part of the group in our corporate office in Nokomis, Florida, so we could meet our new colleagues, me included, and snap this picture. It was great getting together, and I learned something pretty unique about our consulting team. Something that I think really sets Scanco apart is that our teams include SAGE certified ERP experts as well, who really understand the flow of data between our solutions and your ERP system. Thousands of companies trust Scanco to solve their supply chain challenges, and we are happy to provide cutting-edge solutions like Scanco Procurement Automation. So first up, why SPA? You might think this is where I'm going to tell you how great SPA is and the value SPA will bring to your business, but no, we'll get to that in a minute. First, I wanted to talk about why we developed SPA. Everyone knows Scanco does barcoding and automates the warehouse, and manufacturers know us for our manufacturing operations solutions. So why procurement? At Scanco, we are always looking for the next way to help our customers save time and money. Scanco already offers a wide range of solutions for the warehouse and production floors, from barcode scanning to bin locations to tracking containers on the water, and we even have vertical solutions to solve challenges for industries like food and beverage, who need to track expiration date and advanced vendor lot control. What we realized, though, was that there was a step at the very beginning of this process that wasn't being automated properly, and that was the procurement process. With SPA, we fill this gap, and more importantly, we wanted to deliver a streamlined, automated, integrated procurement solution at an affordable price point. If you've ever looked into standalone procurement solutions, you know you can expect to pay $15,000 a year or more, depending on the number and types of users that are needed. And if you want integration to your ERP system, there's another big upfront fee to build out that integration, as well as recurring costs to support the integration. These high costs have kept many a business tied to their inefficient, time-consuming manual processes. With SPA, you can take your procurement to the next step without breaking the bank. So to begin, we went out to our customers and our partners. We had discussions with them, and we heard a few big challenges on a consistent basis that signaled a dire need for an integrated procurement solution for Sage 100. Some of those challenges are lack of visibility. We found many customers were using static reports or Excel spreadsheets or even whiteboards to do their inventory planning. This lack of real-time visibility causes two problems on opposite ends of the spectrum. High inventory carry, because purchasers and material planners are not confident in their inventory reports, they overbuy and carry too much inventory. From a finance perspective, this is bad. Excess inventory ties up working capital, it requires a greater footprint to warehouse, and even increases the cost of insurance coverage. On the flip side, we have stockouts, or carrying too little inventory, which leads you to getting into a spot where you aren't able to fulfill sales orders, or your production is delayed while you're waiting for raw materials to arrive. And in general, just a lot of manual processes and duplicated data entry on both the purchase order side as well as in the ERP systems. We also took a long look at the supply chain challenges from recent years and found the unpredictability of the supply chain created chaos for our purchasers, and the downstream effects were felt in the warehouse and the manufacturing facilities. So in short, again, there was a gap in functionality, so we decided to do something about it and created a solution for the procurement process. And in doing so, SPA completes the distribution and manufacturing cycle for our customers by starting at the very beginning before raw materials or finished goods even arrive at the dock. So I'd like to tell you some about the big benefits of SPA. First, SPA is cloud-based. Your inventory planner can work outside of your ERP system in a friendly user interface, and purchase orders flow back into Sage 100. Being cloud-based also means customers have access to new feature enhancements immediately, with no need to reinstall and no costly upgrades to move to newer versions. Real-time data. SPA reads from your Sage 100 data tables in real time, so you are always working with up-to-date data. So there's no more working in spreadsheets, or worse yet, running a bunch of static crystal reports and planning on old data. Production planning. SPA is integrated to Sage 100's production modules, bill of material, work order, and production management, providing multi-layer visibility into sub-assembly demands, and automates the creation of work tickets back inside of Sage 100. Strategic purchasing. As much as purchasers need to look forward, sometimes looking back at historical trends can be just as important in making those strategic purchasing decisions. Today, a lot of folks tend to use reports for this. Where SPA will take this to the next level is that it not only brings in this historical information, but makes it actionable for your purchasers. This will give your users access to easy to read visuals to keep everyone from pouring through pages of reports. Projected demand. A frequent need we heard was for projected demand, giving users the ability to see demand many months out so they can plan purchasing decisions more effectively and reduce or eliminate those stockouts and production delays. And then finally, saving time and money. By automating the procurement process with SPA, your purchasers have the tools and visibility to more efficiently evaluate needs, combine orders for quantity breaks, and save on freight or shipping costs. So let's take a look at Scanco Procurement Automation, starting with the logon. Again, SPA is cloud-based, accessed anytime, anywhere you have connectivity and a web browser. SPA communicates with Sage 100 through Scanco Cloud Connected, which is the same service that integrates your Scanco mobile applications, such as Warehouse or Manufacturing 100, to your SPA 100 system. Being cloud-based allows us to push updates and make new enhancements available immediately upon your next logon. Coincidentally, we had an update while I was grabbing screenshots for this webinar, and I was able to capture what this looks like. You simply click Reload, and SPA launches within seconds with the new updates and feature enhancements applied. When logging on, we load to a dashboard where purchasers will live and breathe. From this home screen, it's easy to initiate the most important tasks, such as running a query or looking at your critical inventory. But the dashboard also provides a really nice visual process flow to guide users step by step through the procurement process. From here, I'd also like to mention that SPA is multi-company, just like your Sage 100. If you look in the upper left corner, you'll see I'm in my PMZ company code. You can connect as many companies to SPA as you need and grant or restrict access through the user profiles and roles using a single sign-on. Speaking of users, this time, unlike Sage, SPA users are unlimited. Yes, you heard that right, unlimited named users. And because users are named, each has their own logon, and you can configure their permissions to companies and track transactions at a very granular level. For instance, maybe Bob, the warehouse manager, just needs to view purchase orders, but Cindy, who does material planning for production, needs to view work tickets, add items to bill of materials, or even approve and generate purchase orders. SPA allows you to replace tedious manual processes with a streamlined segregation of duties, saving users valuable time that can be reallocated for more meaningful and less frustrating tasks. Now to the heart of SPA, queries. Here's where the planning starts. You can see here some color symbols for what we call health indicators, critical, warning, healthy indicators. These indicators are based on settings inside of SPA, as well as some settings inside of your ERP, such as your reorder points and min-max levels. Users can also choose the date range for which they want to plan. For instance, in the case of a distributor who brings in container loads from overseas and we know the lead time is at least 8 to 12 weeks, we will want to look at what we have on sales orders or work tickets for a longer time period and plan farther out. Or if the inventory is sourced domestically or even locally, we can look at a much shorter lead time. SPA queries can be filtered by customer, sales order, vendor, purchase order, item code, planner, product line, warehouse, or buyer, in addition to the date range and health indicator. Note that right below Run Query, we have the option to save a query. So if you have multiple buyers who work specifically with a set group of vendors or product lines, those users can filter their queries specific to them and then save as a shortcut to the settings that they use most often. From the query result listing, we can see the items with demand within the time frame selected with suggested make or buy quantities. And drilling into a make or bill of material item displays that BOM hierarchy with required component items, where the BOM is used, and the demand and projected demand for that item. We can go 10 levels or subassemblies deep into the parent item, so we're not just planning at the top level item. Again, all in real time, we're pulling data directly from your Sage 100 system. Then trends. These are really important, but why? Better planning and budgeting. Analyzing trend data helps you spot patterns in what you're buying, how much you're spending, and market trends. This means you can plan ahead and set more accurate budgets. We save money. By keeping an eye on price trends, you can figure out the best time to buy or negotiate deals. You might even find opportunities for bulk discounts or cheaper suppliers. Risk mitigation. Trend analysis can flag potential issues like supply chain delays, rising costs, or changes in the market. Knowing this early gives you time to prepare and avoid surprises. And informed decision-making. With a clear picture of both past and current trends, you can make decisions that align with your company's goals. And of course, to deliver a complete procurement solution, we've baked in our payments automation solution. With the right user permissions, clicking the $ in the sidebar will launch our payments automation platform, so you can make vendor payments through our payments partner, CoreChain Technologies. To ensure that your vendors receive payment by their preferred method, we're able to automate payment by ACH, enhanced ACH, and virtual credit card. And if you have vendors who are diehard fans of paper checks, we can do that too. And that completes the purchase to payments procurement cycle. So we've discussed some of the biggest challenges and saw an overview of how SPA streamlines and automates your purchase to pay processes to solve for those challenges. If you'd like to learn more about SPA for your business, here's how we get started. SPA is a quick and easy implementation. Just reach out to your Scanco account manager or sales@scanco.com, and we will usually combine steps 1 and 2, where we have a discovery call and live demonstration in a single 1-hour meeting. And then the implementation, rather than being 8 to 12 weeks like many of our other solutions, we can have you up and running using SPA in only 2 to 4 weeks. Of course, with any implementation, we can't do this in a vacuum, and your team's availability impacts that overall timeline as well. The a la carte pricing for SPA is only $39.85 a year, or if you use our warehouse application, we can move you into a warehouse bundled subscription that includes SPA. When you bundle SPA, it's actually less than that $39.85 a year. Either way, the one-time implementation fee is only $995. And as a thank you for joining us today, we will waive the installation fee if you sign up for SPA by the end of this year. So that's a wrap on our content. Again, I appreciate you spending time today to learn more about Scanco Procurement Automation. If you have questions, please put them in the chat now. And Melissa, it looks like we've maybe had a few come in.
Yes.
Will you read those out for us, please?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. So we do have a couple. Let me just make sure here that I have them up and ready. So the first one I see that's asked is, what's the difference between this and IRP?
Oh, that's a great question. IRP, for those not familiar, stands for Inventory Requirements Planning. This is a module that exists and lives inside of Sage 100. They both offer inventory planning, that's true. The major differences are that SPA is cloud-based, it's outside of your ERP separate, but it's fully integrated, so it's speaking to your ERP. You don't need to be a Sage 100 user to use SPA. Other big differences are SPA provides metrics and trends, which IRP doesn't do. We also handle projected demands, and I would say just greater overall visibility is available in SPA. Oh, and unlimited users and payments, which reminds me, I forgot to mention, you can use payments for any accounts payable in the ERP, not just the vendors that you're issuing purchase orders through using SPA.
Perfect. Thanks, Jody. I have another one. Does SPA work with the Sage 100 version 2020?
We follow Sage's N-2 rule, which means that we support the latest version plus 2 years back. For SPA, you need to be on version 2022 or later. So if you're interested in implementing SPA, you'll want to talk to your Sage partner about getting you upgraded to at least 2022.
This is a good question. If we use Purchase Agent now, can we move to SPA?
Purchase Agent, it's similar to IRP. It's an older inventory planning module that we developed for Sage 100. It lives inside of Sage 100 like IRP does. And but to answer the question, absolutely, yes. Scanco developed SPA with a plan to replace Purchase Agent, which will be coming to end of life soon. So we do have special pricing for migrations from Purchase Agent to SPA. If you're a current Purchase Agent user, you just need to reach out to your account manager or sales@scanco.com, and we can talk about that migration path.
All right, and it looks like we have one more question that just came in. If we use SPA, do we have to use payments as well?
No, those are separate. You can use SPA and keep your current payables process. You don't have to use SPA. The choice is yours. It's available for you.
And we have one more question that just popped in. Can you please repeat the bundle pricing?
Oh, bundled pricing. You'll need to talk with your Scanco account manager about that, because our warehouse application, Warehouse 100 mobile application, it is available in several different levels, and at certain levels or bundles of SPA is included. So we just need to take a look at your overall requirements for the mobile application to see if it makes sense to move to a bundle that has SPA, or if it makes more sense to just have SPA a la carte. So your account manager is the best person to talk to about that.
Perfect. Thank you, Jody. It looks like that is all the questions for today. I'm going to hand it back over to you to close us out then.
Okay, well, I'm just going to wrap it up by saying, again, I'm going to move back one slide just to put it up there one more time. The a la carte price for SPA is $39.85 a year with a one-time implementation fee. Would love to see everyone on the call take advantage of having that fee waived by signing up for SPA before the end of the year. So if you are interested in SPA, reach out to sales@scanco.com or your account manager if you know that. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not, but we can get you connected with the right people. And that wraps it up for today. Thanks again.